And we're back. Welcome to another super happy fun episode of
The Horror Guys.
Yay!
Well, we do have one movie that's got a super happy fun title.
It does.
But this was not a super happy fun week of movies. Oh my goodness. There's some grimness here.
There's some downers for sure.
But we're going to tell you about them and maybe give you a little taste. Maybe you want to check them out yourself.
Yeah. I'm Brian.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is Horror Guys Podcast. Horror Weekly Podcast. However you want to go with it.
Episode 369, eh?
That's a bunch.
That's a bunch of movies.
You could listen to an episode every day and have some left over.
Yeah, you could.
And you can, because they are all still there. You could go back and listen to episode 1 if you wanted to.
Nice.
It wasn't quite the same as this.
No. But
what did we do? 2 movies, and they were more very short reviews.
Yeah.
And some news. We did news back then, too.
We did, yeah. Horror news. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
horror news is hard.
This week, we're going to talk about 5 movies.
The Demoness just came out.
You know, speaking of horror news, I saw where The Exorcist, they're talking about rebooting that.
Yep, going to be coming out next summer.
I don't think that's necessary. I don't approve of this. But maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. I do like
How could it be better than the original? I mean, the original, there's nothing there that's dated.
Classic, yeah. Scarlett Johansson is in it, and I do like her.
Yeah, but
yeah. Oh, well, we'll see.
Yeah. Anyway, The Demoness that just came out, followed by Super Happy Fun Clown, which is in fact a super happy fun clown.
She is indeed.
Followed by 3 of the most depressing movies you've ever seen.
Well, they're up there.
Megan is Missing from 2011. Mm-hmm. I had not seen it before.
I had not either. No.
Come and See from 1985, and Wisconsin Death Trip, which is every bit as much fun as it sounds like, from 1999.
I had seen that one before.
Okay.
Yeah. The other 4 I have not seen before.
I had not seen any of these before, so this is a new one for me.
Yeah.
And of course, as always, brought to you by Horror Monthly magazine, available as ebooks and print books at horrormonthly.com. Check out all our reviews. And we've been doing that for like 4.5 years now. Issue number 52 is out there monthly. So that's 52 months. That's what is.
You could read one of those every week.
4 weeks. Yeah. Lots.
Okay,
so we'll start off with The Demoness. Written and directed by Andrew D. Burgh. Stars Akihiro Kitamura, who's in it for all of 3 minutes. Riley Nottingham and Bella Glanville, hour and 33 minutes. Trailer in the show notes.
Her makeup is cool in this.
She's a neat-looking character, yeah.
Uh-huh, yeah.
And that's the only good thing I'm going to say about it.
Well, it's got some other good things.
Spoiler-free.
Well, a demoness visits Earth, causes trouble for one couple in particular, a couple with relationship issues. And we had some issues understanding several of the characters. Unfortunately, we got a version that didn't have subtitles available. We could have used them.
I've come to curse you with making the dead, and the movie sucked.
It wasn't that bad.
Yes, it was.
It was not. Okay. Well, after the couple, then she moves on to mayhem to a series of victims. And we both agreed that it suffers from too much difficult to understand dialogue. The pacing is off. CGI isn't good. It didn't work for either of us.
No.
I liked it more than disliked it, I'm going to say.
I think the script was probably pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it had a nice plot.
And I think
it was just horribly, horribly made.
I think the Demoness actress was very good.
She was fine.
Yeah.
I think she was the only one that was good. The rest of them kind of stumbled through it.
She was definitely a bright spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't love it, but I'm not going to say I hated it either. But, boy, I would have liked subtitles.
If we're doing 5 stars, this gets a 2 out of me.
Okay. I'd give it a 3, 2.5.
You'd want to watch it again then.
I'm going to be more generous.
All right. Well, we open
in
an apartment as a jerky-moving demoness wanders through the house and stops next to the occupied bed. And credits roll. She must have done something. We didn't see what.
Not exactly.
In the morning, the couple wakes up and complains about the economy and their jobs. As you know, Marge, I'm unemployed. As you know, John, so am I. They argue about Sarah's inability to get a job. That night, the demoness comes back into their room, and this time we see what it does. It wakes up Jack and has sex with him, but Sarah can't hear them and doesn't wake up. In the morning, Sarah finds some evidence of sex in the bed and assumes Jack's been cheating on her.
Not exactly.
And he had no control over this. It's
Yeah.
not him.
Yeah, he wasn't a willing participant.
The Demoness then comes to her, and they argue about the sex last night. Kill him if you want to live. Only it sounds more like...
Well, it's kind of modulated, especially Satan's voice was modulated, and yeah.
They were both pretty awful. That evening, she poisons Jack and dismembers him on the autopsy table they just happen to have in the garage for some reason. This is not a normal table.
No.
This is not a normal room. This is an autopsy lab. Why do they have that in their house?
It looked like an autopsy table, yeah.
And she mumbles in British throughout the process. Oh, yeah, Sarah's British, and she's one of those ones who talk to her teeth like this all the time. And she got such a bad accent, you can't understand what she's saying. Yes, this movie really needs subtitles.
It could have used them.
And, of course...
He's exaggerating.
Am I?
Yes, you are. It wasn't that bad.
Well, the Demoness returns and then bites Sarah on the neck vampire style. The Danger then conjures up assistance, and Satan himself shows up, also speaking too modulated to understand more than half of it. She admits that she's had a great time with Jack and Sarah, but now she wants more.
She wants to prove herself and really move up the ranks.
She wants to be able to take human form to make her job easier, and he gives her a month to see if she can torture 10 people.
No problem.
I bet she can.
Yes.
Well, skipping ahead to the end.
And we do see her in human form. It's the same actress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's much easier to understand when she looks human.
She is. And I thought, oh, what a relief.
That part's over.
But then she goes back to Demoness form again, and Satan appears some more, which is kind of an ongoing thing, too, because he's not patient the first time.
She keeps calling him for help.
She keeps calling him. He's like, I'm busy, you know.
Satan, hey, I've got appointments.
Yeah.
I want to know, was the sound designer for this a deaf person? How could you release something like this? Both Sarah and the Demoness are nearly completely unintelligible, and Satan's even worse. Once the Demoness became human, the voices got a lot clearer, as you said. Once she got back in the makeup, she was unintelligible again. And it's not the makeup. She can move her mouth. It's just the modulating.
Yeah, I don't think it's the makeup's fault. Yeah.
The Demoness creature looks really good, but that voice, woof. Also, at one point they go to a disco. That is the fakest disco I've ever seen.
Well, it's like a blank room with colored walls.
It's like they did it on a green screen and forgot to put the background in.
Well, just because it's green, but
Well,
I think maybe it was just an empty white room that they were trying to simulate.
Okay.
Yeah.
The CGI gore effects are really bad, too. At some point, she disembowels a guy, and it looks like beans are coming out. Computerized beans. Again, I like the idea and the basic plot, but it's very poorly made. Starts out hard to understand. Once we get moving, it's only downhill from there. I go pretty awful.
Okay.
You are more forgiving, as you always are.
I am generally more forgiving, yeah. And I think it was interesting, too. I have a note here, too, that once in a while you see a movie. I remember there was a vampire one a while ago, one of the Amityville, rip-offs that was a vampire. And this character is just so powerful. These people have no chance. This character is just toying with the victims. So that kind of changes the stakes.
Yeah.
Because they have zero chance. I think that's interesting.
It's not cat and mouse if you know they're going to die.
Yeah, it's just cat. Yeah.
All right, and next up we have the Super Happy Fun Clown, a new 2025 release right at the end of the month, right into the year. Written by Eric Winkler, directed by Patrick Ray, stars Jennifer Seward, Nicole Hall, and Matt Lisi. Hour and 27 minutes, and there's a trailer where you can find this on YouTube.
And despite the title, she is not super happy.
She's got a smile painted on.
She is kind of fun sometimes, but yeah, this is a woman with issues.
Well, spoiler free, Jennifer has had a hard life, but she finds a way to happiness and fame by channeling her clown self. After a slow start, we watch her trip to Crazy Town progress and leave a trail of bodies in her wake. The pacing is uneven, but it's a pretty good one.
I thought so.
And the first 10 minutes of this is her as a child. And we both had the same opinion of this segment. it felt like a half an hour.
It felt way longer.
It was 10 minutes, and it was necessary. It told us stuff.
Yeah.
But it just seemed so long. It was a long 10 minutes.
Did have to know these things about her, yeah. And throughout the pacing is a little uneven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what happens?
Well, the police have the clown and her hostage in their sights. That goes badly, and then the credits roll.
Yeah, a little bit of taste of what's to come.
Yeah. And in my notes, I noted we have Harley Quinn at home.
Yeah.
She kept reminding me a bit of Harley Quinn.
A little bit. Crazy clown woman, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's only one.
And that same lethality that she has.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, back in 2004, we see a clown in the park. Young Jennifer is somewhat obsessed with clowns and homeless people. She's smart, but her mother is unenthusiastic.
Her mother is unenthusiastic about pretty much everything.
Everything, yeah, yeah. 20 years later, she herself is Jeno the clown, doing mimey things in the park with balloon animals and the kids. And the kids really like her. Her husband is unenthusiastic.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Yeah, he is downright hateful, alcoholic. I mean, yeah, he's something. Yeah.
He was a rich and powerful lawyer who got caught doing child porn and pedophilia and hasn't worked since. He's not happy about it.
And he just sits and watches television and
eats.
And
he eats the most interesting things,
and
too.
Glares at her, yeah. Well, she's got serial killer posters on the wall, and she likes that as well.
Oh, but who
A
doesn't?
fan of, yeah. Well, Detective Barnes and Marshall talk about what crimes they expect this upcoming Halloween.
They hope it's nothing more than somebody blowing their fingers off.
Well,
that would be okay.
Turns out it'll be more than that, yeah. Jennifer and her mother talk about her pedo ex-lawyer husband.
See?
And her badly paying job. Her mother is still unenthusiastic and downright mean.
When are you going to get a real job?
Yeah, she's not at all supportive. Well, she and her co-worker Ryan fantasize about being serial killers. She does love being a clown, but not much else about her life. And after a while, Jennifer stops being enthusiastic about being a clown. So she kills her husband.
And that perks her right up.
Yeah, she's much happier after that. And she just lets him decompose in the spaghetti over the weeks leading up to Halloween. And after a while, she starts to eat him. And then she buys a tiny little gun.
Okay, enough of that.
And soon enough, it's Halloween.
Yeah.
And she fits right in being a clown.
I think in the trailer, they even have one of the cops saying, we have to find a clown on Halloween?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Good luck with that.
Well, as we said earlier, the childhood segment was only 10 minutes long, but it seemed like half an hour. I love the husband's meal choices.
Yeah, he's something.
Yeah. At one point, he's eating a whole plate full of raw-looking hot dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Just hot dogs in a pile.
Just hot dogs.
After the slow start, the film picks up the pace and goes pretty well until the haunted cinema at the end, where things start to slow down again.
Yeah, I bet.
She goes from room to room killing the attractions, and you'd think that would be the exciting climax. I thought that was kind of dull.
A little bit, yeah.
For a low-budget indie film, it's not bad. With the exception of the pacing issues, I was entertained.
Yeah, as was
I have no regrets. It's pretty decent.
Yeah, I'd recommend that one.
Not perfect, but good. It's good.
Yeah.
All right, one that somehow or another I missed for 14 years.
Me too.
Megan is Missing from 2011. Written and directed by Michael Goy, stars Amber Perkins, Rachel Quinn, and Dean Waite. Hour and 25 minutes.
And spoiler-free? Well, it's a movie that is entirely on webcam, video, phone camera, and so forth. It's presented in found footage format.
But it's not that bad.
No, it's not a bad thing.
Sometimes.
No, sometimes it can be. Here it's not, no. Two teenage girls are the main characters who fall for an internet predator. It's drawn out and talky for a long time before the missing part happens. The Megan is Missing part? Yeah. And boy, it dials it up to horrifying. I mean, it's hard to watch. It dials it up to 11. But it takes quite a while to get there. It's bleak and cautionary.
Yeah, so somebody mentioned that they want to they should show this one in schools.
Oh,
this is what could happen.
It's pretty graphic, but
well, we've all heard stories about this sort of thing happening.
Yeah, and there really are internet predators, and this is an extreme case of it.
Probably really does happen like this sometimes.
Ooh, I'm sure there's been some cases, but yeah, this is an extreme of.
How many barrels do you have in your backyard?
I don't have any right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Moved them, huh?
No. Well, give a little taste of what it's about.
Amy and Megan come on screen talking about her new camera. We're told on screen that in 2007, 14-year-old Megan went missing, and 3 weeks later, Amy also vanished. Credits roll. So we know this is not going to end well for these two already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I've seen people complain that, they filmed this when they were really 13 and 14 years old, and they, the bad things that happened to little girls. And
no, they're in their 20s.
They were both in their 20s.
Yeah.
That's just one of those urban myths.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
The two girls talk about losing their virginity soon, and drugs as well. We soon see Megan's mom smashing her Xbox in the other room. Amy, on the other hand, has a nice home life. Amy is a year younger than the other girls, so the others consider her something of a nerd. On Saturday, everyone goes out to a house party, and Amy is only invited because Megan insists on it, but she doesn't really fit in. 1 year makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty wild for a teenage party since everyone is too young to really know how to party. It doesn't end well for Amy, who pukes on some other girls.
Drank too much. Couldn't handle it.
13-year-olds drinking. That always ends well.
Yeah.
But the next day, the girls talk about blowjobs. Megan did her first one at age 10, but Amy's afraid to try. Megan tells the story, and is anything but romantic. The conversation is interrupted by Megan's overbearing mother, which prompts her into saying she hates it there and would just like to leave, which confuses things later on when she goes missing.
Mm-hmm.
It's Amy's 14th birthday, and she gets a new video camera. She interviews Megan about being sexually assaulted by her stepfather. Amy, on the other hand, talks about her favorite stuffed animals. So we see that these two are very different.
But good friends.
Yeah, they get along, and they have very
Besties.
different home lives.
Besties. Yeah.
Bad things happen to both of them.
Uh-huh.
Mildly bad things, right? Very mild?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they meet Josh online. Megan meets him first.
It starts out fairly weak with the two girls talking about childish nonsense, but devolves from there. Megan doesn't go missing until about 40 minutes in. It's a little on the dull side before that. Everything is done as found footage, mostly through video chats and, recordings from that video camera that they're talking about. The horror aspects don't really come into it until Amy disappears, which is right up almost the end of the film. And then it gets pretty extreme.
It's very tame until it's not.
Yeah.
That's an abrupt turn. Yeah.
There's no supernatural elements or creatures here, just a kidnapper and victims. That's probably not a spoiler at this point. The horror comes from the idea that this kind of thing really happens all the time in the world. Probably this is a true story, and we don't even know the details. I'm not quite sure, though, why Josh would film all this and then leave the camera in the last place anyone saw Amy. It's like he wanted the police to know about it.
And they didn't catch him.
Not that we ever heard.
Yeah. Part of his thrill, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was horrifying. Hard to watch.
It was good, though, for a horror movie, though.
It was good. Yeah.
I'm like, is this ever going to go anywhere?
Oh, and it does.
And then when it goes somewhere, I'm like,
holy crap. Oh, wait. I didn't mean it. No, take it back.
Not like that.
No.
Okay, one I didn't know what we were going to get into when we started. It was 1999's Wisconsin Death Trip. See, I'm picturing Deliverance or something like that.
No, this is a very strange documentary.
Oh, it certainly is.
Yeah.
Directed by James Marsh. Written by Michael Lessie and James Marsh. Stars Ian Holm, who narrates it, along with some other people that are true story-ish.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Golden and...
Reenactments and so forth.
Hour and 16 minutes.
Because back in the 1800s, they weren't catching much of this on film.
Not a lot of found footage from then, no.
They reenact it, but it's from actual newspaper stories and journals and historical events of the time.
I'd say watch the trailer before you commit to this one, just so you know what it's about.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Spoiler free?
Well, it's not a story. It's not a story to spoil.
Oh, people die.
Yeah. The movie consists of a series of grim and unusual news stories that were reported in Wisconsin from 1885 to 1900, and they reenact them in black and white, and interspaced with many historical photos and narration, with some more modern scenes and stories from Wisconsin spaced in here and there too. Showing how things can be violent and strange today. It's put together in a way that's really interesting. We both thought it was a good watch.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a regular, narrative story kind of thing, but no, it's just really. A weird documentary.
A weird compilation of events and stories. Yeah.
We're told that what follows is based on real events that took place in the state of Wisconsin between 1890 and 1900. All the stories are authentic news reports from a paper of the time. And sometimes we actually even see the news reports.
Yeah.
The narrator introduces us to the city of Black River Falls, and we see lots of old-times photos of pictures there. All sounds like a very nice place to live.
Mm-hmm.
We then cut to a photographer taking a photo of a dead child and then putting her back in the coffin. Credits roll.
Which is really a thing that they would do.
That's actually a very common thing. Google online dead children 1800s.
Even dead adults sometimes.
Yep, they would pose up. They're dead. You want a last picture of them? What are you going to do?
Yeah, if you ever see historical photos of people and they don't look quite right, or their eyes are kind of half closed, or you might want to think, yeah, that might be a dead photo.
It could be.
Yeah.
Then a hard winter hit. The banks failed and the mines start shutting down. Poverty and disease hit the area. Many unemployed men left town, and some tried to kill themselves quite creatively. Several are sent to the insane asylum. There are stories of the insane, abandoned children, suicide, murders, and diphtheria. And that's just the first season. We watch as the film goes into color mode, and we see modern-day children playing, and that things have gone back to normal in the real world. And the current mayor talks to us about how wonderful the town is to live in. Then we go back to the 1800s in black and white, and we hit spring. Drugs, murder, arson, weird Norwegian superstitions, and suicides abound. And after, we get more modern, mundane town life again. Although it's mentioned they still have arson and crime once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes back and forth between the two time periods. And that's it. Lots of death and kind of faces of death-ish in a way.
Yeah, and Ed Gein and Jeffrey Dahmer both came from that region.
They did.
They mentioned them.
And as we said, it's mostly in grainy black and white to give a more authentic feel, although the stories are all reported as true. There's no real plot or characters here, although we do see some of these characters over and over again. The window-breaking woman, for example.
Yeah, she was a crazy lady that she was a serial window smasher. She was obsessed, and this was a real person. I actually looked her up.
Yeah.
Real person, yeah. For some reason, she was fixated on smashing windows. And they'd lock her up for a while, and she'd say, yep, I'm good. Or they'd institutionalize her, and she'd get out again and go right back to it.
Yeah, it's just one damn thing after another that happened in this town, which was not a fun place to live. These were not happy times for anyone, and it's interesting to be reminded of that.
Well, we only see the bad stuff. I'm sure that probably the majority were just fine and happy, and
Yeah.
maybe.
Crime and insanity aren't new. For a film with no story at all, it's fascinating to watch.
Yeah.
I thought it was really something.
Really well put together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which brings us to our final film of the week, 1985's Come and See. Directed by Elem Klimov. Written by Alice Adamovich and Elem Klimov. Stars Alexei Krevchenko, Olga Mironova, and Lyubomony Lascivious. Oh boy, I butchered those. 2 hours and 22 minutes, so it's a long one. And trailer in the show notes. Spoiler free. It's not a horror movie, but it does show the horrors of war. This is one of those lists of most disturbing movies that have ever been made.
It's pretty disturbing.
It's up there.
Yeah.
It's set in 1940. It was not as bad as I was expecting, though, going in, after hearing the reputation.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's set in 1943 Russia, in an area fully hit by fighting, and follows the misadventures of a preteen boy who joins the resistance. It's an uncomfortable watch, very graphic and realistic, but it's also a very well-made film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in case you're, the World War II, Russia took it bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got invaded and lost many things and many lives, and it was bad. And here's a little snapshot of a boy who was alive at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we open on an old man yelling at someone he claims is digging and hiding underground. We then cut to a little boy who mocks his grumpy uncle. We see that it's
Russia.
Russia.
Or probably not exactly, but close enough.
Yeah, we're in Russia in 1943. The two boys then go dig on the beach looking for guns. Without guns, they won't let you join, one of them says.
So they're looking for like shipwrecks and dead soldiers so they can take their guns.
Yeah, they want to be soldiers. They want to be rebels. And the older brother does find one. and credits roll.
And we see at the time that they're doing this, there's a German spotter plane up in the air. And turns out that this whole story is because that German spotter plane spotted the people on the beach with the guns. Mm-hmm. It's just these two kids playing.
Yeah.
So all the slaughter that happens throughout the rest of the movie is because of this scene. It's all his fault.
Yeah. Which makes it more
nobody
horrifying.
points that out, but it becomes pretty clear later when we see the plane again.
And more details of what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the boy's mother doesn't want him to go and hands him an axe to kill them all, which Fliora, he's the main kid, won't do. Some Soviet soldiers come to pick him up. He's joining up with them. He's going to join the resistance. The soldiers try to be funny, but it only scares the family.
They're trying to be nice, I think.
Yeah, I think they're trying to be, yeah. The soldiers make it look like he was conscripted, but he really volunteered.
Which I don't understand why that would be. Why wouldn't you want to advertise, look, people are joining us willingly, rather than forcing him out?
I don't know.
He did join willingly. He wanted to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, Fliora goes to the army camp, and it all looks like a big adventure to him. Kosach
It's like camping, right?
Yeah, it's an adventure. Kosach is the commander, and Glasha is a girl that he likes, and they are soon called to action. Everyone gets ready to march to the fight, except Fliora, who is told to trade boots with the man and stay behind.
The commander knows he's too young and doesn't want him to actually go.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't help him. Fliora runs into Glasha, crying in the woods. And she's so sad that it makes him cry as well. And then they laugh about crying and, have a good laugh and a bonding. She points out that they left him behind out of pity, and he takes offense at that. She doesn't seem quite right mentally, and she upsets him. They watch a plane fly over and drop parachutes and bombs far too close for their liking, partially deafening Fliora. And they have to hide from the paratroopers who land nearby.
Yeah, so he's on the run from the paratroopers. He's partially deaf, and he is on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Things only get worse from there.
And he has adventures.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah, it's not a fun movie, but it's a good one.
It's not so much a horror film as it is a horror of war film, but it's got plenty of gore, death, murder, and all the things that make horror fun.
Mm-hmm.
Fliora witnesses all kinds of death and atrocities, much more than any 12-year-old should. It's kind of slow to get started, but the climax is very intense. No one gets out unscathed, and we see why Fliora has that look in his eyes toward the end.
1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
War is awful, and this shows it very well.
And this was, 42 years after that really happened, so if this were a true story, Fliora probably was alive and saw the movie.
Yeah. Or boys that age.
That age, yeah, not necessarily him.
That survived the war, and went through this or, similar things, They'd be watching it and think, oh, yeah, I remember that. that was bad.
Yeah, it was like that. Oh, there's a detail they got wrong.
Yeah.
All right, well, that is it for this week. Next week, believe it or not, what are we going to have? 5 more?
I bet we will.
Yeah, we will. I bet Godzilla will be back. Pumpkinhead may be back.
Okay.
And we got a couple of new films, one of which would probably be on our top 10 of the year if we'd have watched it a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be top 10 next year, maybe.
Could be.
Yeah.
And that's it for this week then. Stop in over to Horror Weekly or HorrorMonthly.com and check us out. In the meantime, I'm Brian.
And I'm Kevin.
We'll see you next week.
See ya.